We're here to help make their stay here happy and that they feel safe, that they've got people they can come and speak to if needs be.
England, 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 England.
Over 3,500 hardcore English hooligans were banned from going to Germany, part of tough new anti-hooligan laws designed to try and keep the tournament trouble-free. They were told to surrender their passports and report to police stations in England during the World Cup. The police were optimistic.
I don't really have any particular concerns. I'm travelling with a group of very professional, highly motivated police officers who are going to assist our German colleagues. Police officers by nature are very flexible in what they do, and we all respond to whatever the situation is. I go with a very positive view that our participation in this will help to diffuse situations that in the past may have caused trouble. So I don't have any specific fears.
There's definitely going to be 3,000 known hooligans missing from this tournament. But if anybody in their right mind thinks that there's only 3,000 hooligans in the whole of this country, then there's something wrong.
The Germans had had a dose of the English disease following England's 5-1 win over its national side in a World Cup qualifier. One of the ringleaders that day was this man, Gilly Shaw. And 5 years on, he'd slipped into Frankfurt for the World Cup finals. More trouble. English hooligans on the rampage in Albufeira, Portugal, during the European Championships 2 years ago.
You're not right in Albufeira. What? You're not right in Albufeira. Oh, right. Doing that. Where you know? Really well. Oh, I fucking banged up that. Switzerland match. Oh my god. What is going to get nicked from? There you go. It's like jumping on a car. Smash the road. Fixing money. Shots, powerful shopping girls. Smash windows and that.
This is a gang of young hooligans from Huddersfield, a so-called youth firm.
So you go to Germany? There's only 3 of us there. What are you going to do? Where are you going to get there? We're flying from East Midlands.
We'll see more of them later. It's after dark when most of the trouble started. Back in Frankfurt, plainclothes English and German police acted as spotters. They watched the mob and identified troublemakers. And they recommended tactics to prevent violence. Outside the Eros bar, the scene of the previous night's riot, the atmosphere was tense. Still smarting from yesterday's ambush, England hooligans were out for revenge.
There is a knocking shop down there. It's 25 cents, €25. Fuck that, someone there, in fucking question out of his crap. I'm not walking away from this night if it goes off. Fucking no chance. There's someone over there last night as well.
This is Ian, a Chelsea fan. He'd noticed German police spotters watching from a distance.
Line up and right. Also, right, mate, you look at people and you think they're fucking thugs, right? They've got fucking plastic wires all going to their old grill, aren't they? Yeah.
He then identified British plainclothes police.
Tell me they're not old grill. They are right on top. Why don't we just batter them? Let's do this British old grill. Fuck them. The Germans ain't going to fucking stick up for them, are they?
It's clear that police attempts to keep troublemakers out of Germany had not been totally successful. This is a Peterborough United supporter.
From Luton, I've been on a banner a few years ago. I thought, no way I'm going to get in if they check me, but they fuck all. I was shitting myself 2 days and there was fuck all people there. I'm here now, so fuck
Much to Ian's surprise, they were allowed to leave. It's not something the police at home would have permitted.
I thought they were closed up, but they just let us walk off. Nothing. And the British will do all right, they'll make themselves busy. But
The authorities were keen to keep a low profile.
we can't do anymore, I'll text you after.
Their approach was non-confrontational.
Denn wir wissen, dass gerade bei der Mehrzahl der Hooligans
We know that in the case of most hooligans, aggressive behavior on our part would be more likely to incite them to violence. The reason? That the typical hooligan wants to test his strength in an unacceptable manner. He wants to beat up his opponent, even though he knows that the other guy will probably fight back. If our police give the impression of being ready to go into battle, that will inflame the hooligans' emotions so that they reach an even higher pitch. So in other words, from the point of view of deployment tactics, it's better to say that we want our policemen to come across as friendly.
Dass wir sagen, wir wollen freundliche Polizisten.
It's a very warm afternoon here in Frankfurt, and here we go. England's World Cup campaign in Germany is underway.
And any second now into the bright sunshine here in Frankfurt, come the teams. England to the left, Paraguay, all in blue to the right. The FIFA anthem blaring out. Still see a few flag sparks going off as well, even though it's a beautiful sunny afternoon, about 25 degrees centigrade here.
Help us. How do we get through games like this? I mean, it's been pretty torturous to watch, but England have won the game. Dear, oh
dear. Ordinary English fans despair at our reputation for hooliganism. But other European countries also have violent supporters.
Welcome to Dortmund for the Group A game between Germany and Poland.
Germany and Poland are arch rivals, with the animosity between their supporters born out of events that occurred more than 60 years ago. Poland was crushed and then brutally occupied by the Germans in World War II. Its Jewish population deported and murdered in the Nazi concentration camps.
There have already been confrontations between Polish and German supporters on fields alongside motorways where they have organised fights where they tape each other up and wear, mouth guards and gum guards and strip off, and it's last man standing unless the police find it and prevent it.
In Poland, the fan and the hooligan scene is fairly new. It's very aggressive. The National League in Poland has huge problems with hooliganism. But it is a situation where communication between the Polish authorities and the German authorities is, of course, of utmost importance.
3 miles of red carpet was laid down to direct fans from the station straight to the stadium. With a hooligan fringe of their own, the Germans understood the importance of proper match day organisation. But this was an intelligence-led operation